Yep, you see me deconstructing a project. So you've been watching me purchase these all year long, looking for the cute little gumball machines. So I actually found a size that I thought y'all would like. So let me share with you how to take it apart and put some yummies inside. So this one's actually pretty easy. This just has an unscrewed top. And then you have the glass globe, which is perfect. We don't need to go any farther than that. These, which I'm going to be filling it up with, are vintage. See, they have a hole in the back. They are light covers. So back in the day, they would have had pixie light covers. So I need to go ahead and put that. Not many will fit into the small one, but it does not matter because it's so super cute. Doesn't have to be. Oh, those are so cute. So you just have to have room to be able to put that back on. This is such a simple filling a gumball machine up with whatever. You may not have vintage pixie heads, but you might have something else that you would like to to fill up a gumball machine with. Now this one's a little bit bigger, and then this one has a different top that you have to take a dime, a screwdriver, unscrew it, but still pretty easy. They come apart very easy. If you're lucky enough, you might get a little extra change in there. Nope, no change in there. So I'm still going to put pixie heads because I love them and I think they're adorable. So we're just going to fill some in there. I actually bought a tree that had pixie heads in there, looking for pixie heads all year long. Apparently poor pixies had gotten decapitated a lot in their lifetime. So we're just going to start putting it back on. I try hard to get their little faces to show. Because their little faces are what's so entertaining. So you might have to speak to them a little bit. Ornaments, Santas, Christmas bulbs, you name it, I think would be so super cute in something like this. I have an elf head on a stick. I don't know. I am not to judge. I am just to make the cutest little whimsical decor. And then these are just there again, tied on. A little bit of it out of his head. And then I have two half ones, but I don't know if I actually need it because I need to be able to put this back on. Put it back together. It's so cute, y'all. I know we're getting a reflection of the light. And then we have a whole bunch of pixie heads. So what if you can't find a gumball machine? What about an old red lantern? Now these are always fun. Let me remember how to take it apart. There is a little, you lift this part up, and then there's a latch. There's a lot to do all at once here. And then I got to, oh, there it is. I knew it was somewhere. Then I got to bend that. So then I have the area where I can fill it. Okay, let me see it. I don't know if I can get two in here or not. If not, because I feel like you should have a friend, right? We all should have a friend. I don't know. There's a reason they call them bendy knees. Knee huggers. Hold on, I got to play with him because he's hiding his face right now. Oh my goodness. It's like they're naughty little guys. Okay, so now we're going to lift that top back up. Sometimes you got to play with them for a second. There you go. Get in. So anybody seen these? Yard sales, everybody seems to be getting rid of them. And we have another jar. So first I'm going to, I just want the bulbs. And I love that they're multiple colors. And I don't know about you all, but our local recycling actually takes Christmas. So that's nice, as they don't just have to go into the garbage. I don't know what wires are in there, but apparently there's some wires. So we'll just take the bulbs off there. And as you see, Big Lot, so these are newer. It's going to take me a minute. And did you guess? Did you guess what I was going to put in it? Yes. This is my, I do this for all year long. Look for these little guys. So his little tag's still on there. We'll take that off. Made in Japan. So I'm going to layer a few on the bottom first. Got to make sure that we can see him. Yep, you can see him. And then I'm just going to fill, however they lay is the way that they're going to lay. Try to center him. Putting things in a jar, so easy. But I mean, it's such a big impact, and it's so stinking cute. You naughty little elf, you. He is squashed right in there. Let's see, I can still get the lid on. Yet again, another strand. So now I'm going to start taking all these off. There's a lot of them on. These are some very fun colors. Okay, so I have quite a pile. This didn't all come off there. I have a big old tote of this kind of stuff. So we're actually going to make a wreath. I have this wreath form. I ordered a pack. I love the weight of these, so it's not super heavy, and then it's easy to work with. So I'm going to actually just take tinsel. I thought the tinsel would back that. Oh, that would be fun. So I think this one is from probably Walmart. I didn't buy any new this year. I was trying to use up what I bought last year, but I'm sure it's still readily available. Find my starting point. Just going to run a little bit of glue just to get that first one started. Find my end again. And then we're just going to wrap it around, give it a second to and this is very full, so I'm just going to wrap, push it through. Doesn't have to be a tight weave because we're going to be attaching these to it. But the garland will give something for you to glue the bulbs on a little bit better than just try to glue them onto wood. It's a nice backer. this was a longer strand or what, but I was able to use the whole thing. Now a little bit of glue to hold it there. So it only took me one garland for this. But I didn't have to, like when I've done in the past, I was butting it right up. But nope, looks good. Look at that. It's already cute just like that. You can make a wreath just like that and use it. Now that I have a kind of an idea, I'm going to just start gluing. Like I said, the garland is so nice to be able to attach it to because it really gets into those fibers. And yeah, some of the bases are gold, some of them are brass, some of them are silver. It's all good. Remembering where you want to glue it to. I think these are too tall. I think they're too tall. That sucks. That sucks. Yep, you see me. You see me deconstructing a project. Okay, I took them all off. I do have, sorry guys, I got you all off the string, but I do have these, which are smaller, and I have a ton of those. And this is the little, I'm going to be putting a little pixie on there, so I changed my pixie mind. My pixie mind. Okay, so I think it'll be fine. I think these will be much better to stick on there. Those were just ended up being too tall. And I think it'll be forgiving. I didn't get very far until I realized that those are too big. You probably all were saying, I think those are going to be too big, Yvonne. I didn't hear you. You have to speak louder. And remember, it is okay just because you have a game plan until sometimes you get it together. I'm a visual. I have to physically see something together and like, oh yeah, that works. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. But yeah, I think those are much better. And then I can get them sticking out kind of the way that I wanted to. I was going to have to start gluing them weirdly, and I didn't like that. And we'll just make it all work. Definitely the shorter ones were the way to go. And I got a wink moment when you have that in your stash. Okay, I'm winding down, getting them all on here. It's funny because you start the project really not knowing, like, okay, what am I doing? Right? How am I gluing them? And then you get a pattern as you're going around, It's first time for everything, right? Now to back my little guy. Look, he's got the colors actually. It's actually perfect. I have some of the old reflectors that I think I'm going to layer. So I'm going to do a little hot glue to layer these up. Trying to decide which one I want to go which way. I want to kind of, zigzag them. Zigzag them? Is that the word I'm looking for? That's close. So that you kind of see the layers. And I have kind of a flat spot right here. I'm trying to figure out if I need to, do I need to remove a couple of the bulbs? Because, thinking about where I could attach that. But I think I can put it right in here. And I have some fishing line. Because I want to attach him, but I want to not glue him in if I don't have to. He's got some glitter on his face. These poor things have been around a while. So see if I can cut some wire, some of the fishing line. Wrap it around his little body. Easier said than done. Fishing line is nice, but but for those of us who need readers, it's almost, you want it to be invisible, and it is. Well, let's try to tie a knot in it now. Mm. I feel like this should be a commercial break and it'll all be tied by the time, to the time that you come back from the commercial. Ta-da! It magically happened. So now I need to weave this through here. Now I'll play nice. You both have to come through, not just the one. There we go. And then I'm going to find that flat spot. Oh, that'll be, oh my gosh, look how cute that is. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I gotta tie again. Oh shooty. This might be easier. Oh. Oh, so cute. And I will, like, I think he will stay all right, but I am going to glue a little bit of that down. And then, oh, they're rolling. Then to keep them in place, I think I'm just going to add a couple right there. It kind of felt like he needed some fillers. But because of the sheen of these, they're a little bit different than most of the ornaments I had. I'm like, I'm not going to go, I'm just going to stick with my theme of what I've got going on here. If you're curious, this was the other one I was going to put with the muted tones, but he's for another project now. Look at this. It's red and green. It's got numbers on it. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. I love old advertising tins. And it's Christmas color, so it's screaming to be Christmas. So I think this tin will pair well with this little guy. He's so cute. So, but I need to do a backer. So I have some trees. I mean, everything, all these elements are speaking for themselves. So you got the beautiful can, you got the cutest as a button little pixie elf. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start filling this up so it's towards the top with some Dollar Tree floral foam. I just need to make it tight there, so it's pretty easy to cut. So I'm just going to use the side to help me cut that. Just get it scrunched in there. If you get it tight, then you don't have to worry about gluing it. See? Okay, for me, the big thing is trying to keep it centered. So I'm going to start off with one of the Dollar Tree. This was a Dollar Tree model brush tree. I tried it on another project that I didn't use it on, so I already have removed the base. So I am going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom, and then we're going to stick it. Try to get that into the middle. And then I have a couple more similar. I have no idea where they came from because I thrift them, but I think, oh, look at that. See, look at 3 different sizes is wonderful. But to keep them as tall as they are, I'm not going to take these ones off the base. But I am going to do a little bit of hot glue. Trees are sometimes a little bit on the wonky side. That's their character and charm, y'all. Oh, look at it. He'll fit right in there. I know. I almost sometimes want to take that off, but if you take that off, then you take off his bell, and his bell's cute, and apparently they were made to hang on trees. So you just have to decide, just kind of, I could leave this as is, but no. So I'm trying to decide. I think I like the glittery because this is kind of glittery, to add some of this, because you want to cover up your foam. Like if you're just doing it at home and they're sitting on the shelf, that's good and you don't see it, but we just like to think they're magically floating there. Right? Like, okay, there is a starting point to this somewhere. somewhere. Not as thick as I thought it was going to be. That's okay. So we'll just layer it all up. This was a thrifted anyway. Yeah, this is the time to pick up stuff like this in the stores because, you know, people are just changing. If they're me, they change out their decor every year. I'll put some glue in the bottom on the floral foam. And then I'm just going to kind of stuff that in there. Kind of try to keep it a little bit on the airy side. Gotta get another bundle for the other side. Put some more glue on that side. Keep it kind of airy. And then I am going to put a little bit in the back because it just looks like you don't want it to be all in front. Some people aren't just putting it on a shelf. They may like have it on a table and you may see all sides of it. So I'm trying to hit they're kind of squirting in their blind. Okay, now that I tweaked my garland a little bit, let's see how he's still looking. He's still looking pretty good. But I think we could add a little bit more charm to him. If I don't have to glue them, I'm not going to. But I always like I love that they hold their little feet. I think what I'm going to do with him is I'm just going to take some of this fishing line that I used earlier and see if I have better luck tying it and then tie him to the tree. That way he doesn't fall out and I don't have to glue him that way. You gotta let go of your legs for a second. People always ask me, like, how do you find these? I don't know. It's like, you know, when you buy a new car and you've never seen the car before, and then all of a sudden you're driving around and you're like, well, that's my car. That's my car. That's my car. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I mean, once you've seen it, you just kind of notice them. And that's the fun of antiquing and treasure hunting and, you know, thrifting. When you go into wherever you're shopping at, you really don't even know, like, what you're looking for at that time. You know, when you find it, like, yeah, I was looking for you, right? And I think I'm going to put one more, unfortunately. That looks terrible, doesn't it? But I don't want him to lean forward. So while I'm doing it, and I feel like I should do it, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Okay, I have some bulbs. Keeping with this little red and white theme going on here. And the garland in there is really nice because that's what really will take the bulb to be glued in. Oh, like, do I like it though? Should I have done that one a smaller one? My mind's just going to keep changing itself during this video. It's so hard because you already glued it in. But it's not set in stone, right? Oh, that actually came out better than there. I'm going to do a littler one. And then I'm, you know, you have to look at it from all angles. And then I'm like, ooh, we could add more. When it comes to Christmas, I don't know. I have no limit of what's, you know, when it's done, it's done. You just keep adding. If you wait till you see my home tour. poor Chris. But I was watching everybody else bring out their Christmas totes, so I'm with a lot of people. Oh, I don't know if that one is as red, but that's okay. That one is red. No. Okay, we'll let that glue dry. Sometimes it's hard to tell when you're in the pile of light bulbs. I love red and white. I love the candy. Now this is garland that I purchased off of Factory Directs Crafts. So you can buy wholesale, but I believe you can buy just as a non-wholesaler too. Sometimes you have to see if it's too much or not enough. As I said, I don't know my limits sometimes. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I'm pretty sure I'm liking it. I don't want to cut into the garland if I don't have to. So, oh my gosh. Talk about getting this tinsel in a, how's that saying go? And I'm not going to glue it in if I don't have to either. Okay, I said I was done, but I thought if anything, I would add a couple more bulbs just to back him now that we've kind of hid the tree. I am going to pop a few more pieces of this in here so that that's sticking out a little bit so you see it. It's just one of those things, you know when you know. So what if you have no luck finding a tin? How about an old cup? This is actually quite heavy. So to make it Christmassy, I'm going to take some of this sparkly ribbon. Just going to guesstimate on my size so I can get it through the handle there. We're going to put it through the handle. I love wired ribbon. Makes doing decor so easy. Except you do need to knot it. Trying to keep my faces, the good side towards the front. And look at, we already got it being Christmassy. I'm going to leave that alone right now because we're going to go ahead and fill this up. And if I need to add more, I don't want to cut those off. I like them trailing. Okay, so I need to fill this up with some floral foam. In case I didn't have enough glitter, I bought glittery trees off of Amazon. Just trying to, oh my gosh, y'all, you have to see this. Look at the pile of glitter at the bottom of that. Oh goodness. And this one doesn't even have a bottom, so I guess we'll start off with him. You gotta at least try to tap some of it off. So I think I am going to need to glue these two pieces to that down. It's the best as you can. There. My goodness. Oh goodness. And I'm actually not going to worry about that. I'm going to keep actually the bases on them. That'll make them a little bit on the taller side. Kind of intermix them. In the middle, so we can make it work. Very factory. So I'm trying to decide which little pixie I want to put in there. I have this sweet lady. Look at, she is so sweet. Or I had somebody that got caught up in the tinsel again. Okay, made my decision. I have this. He's plastic, so I think he goes with the glitter quite well, and he's short enough that the trees are taller than him. And I guess he's ice skating. He's adorable. So I should be able to glue him in. He is a Japan. And he's hitting the floral foam, so I need to put him all the way toward the front. See, the more you fill it up, the less you have to worry about trying to cover up your floral foam. Very cute. Then I can stuff another tree down there. As I always say, I never know like when to stop. So I made it to Hobby Lobby, got some more of these. And I just thought that would look so cute. Though they come like this, I'm just kind of picking the pieces that I want so it's not so over. Like, just take that piece off, move it up. They're just styrofoam balls. Reattach it. See, it just a little bit more. Okay, so I have this, but Hobby Lobby had these little candies, and I thought it would be good to add another little texture in there. Just kind of have to decide where you can see them the most. I'm going to start adding a little bit of these candy canes that I bought off of Amazon. They're all different sizes. A little bit of hot glue. Santa's just in the candy cane. The candy cane is a candy cane forest thing. I feel like I'm watching the Elf movie. Okay, I promise. Just one more element. These are kind of sugary and faded, and I've already got them in there, so I'm not going to try to take them out. But these are some ornaments from Hobby Lobby. I don't know. I've got Santa stuck in there. That's okay. So I'm just going to... So this whole thing was like an ornament last year. I'm just going to layer it so it just pops a little bit more. And then these candy canes are a little bit different than those candy canes, and I'm just going to add a few here and there because I think they match the sugary ones that I've already added. And if those little bulbs don't stay up, just put a little hot glue and pull them back up. All right, there we go. We'll make it work. Okay, now I think all I'm going to do is just cut a little bit of it off. I like it trailing. If somebody who purchases it doesn't, then that's fine. But I'm going to go with that. They're both going to be alike because that's the way the stripes are going. So thank you for hanging with me as I got to work on some more Christmas that I just, this is the time. We shop for this all year long. So when it gets to be past Halloween, we just, as a creator, I just cannot not make a whole bunch of Christmas for you all. I hope I have inspired you to go out there looking, get in your stash, create something whimsical, whether it's for yourself or for a friend. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and you can see what I'm creating. Bye.